Hi, I'm Dr. Fahim Mushtaq. Today we are going to discuss OSI model. Before start the OSI model, I want to discuss some points why we need the OSI models. In previous lecture, we have discussed the different protocol layers, why we need the protocol layers, why we need a set of rules to communicate between the different devices. Okay, one example today I'm going to discuss. For example, if two computers need to communicate with each other or need to transfer file one computer to another computer, they are connected using the RJ45 cable or NIC card. But the problem happening one, if you see, if one of the computer having operating system, window operating system, while on the other side they are connected with another system having the operating system which is the Linux. Both, because of that, both have a different operating system. Because of that, we are using the OSI models. In other words, we say that we use a set of protocols. We will see that in this lecture. There is layers that are all are a combination of different protocols that send data from one position, or we transfer the file or information from one position to another position. So OSI model, firstly introduced in 1970, is standardized by the International Standard Organization that is established in 1947. The ISO, or International Standard Organization, is the combination of 34 of the country in the world are represented the ISO. The OSI model is a layer framework for the design of network system that allow communication between all type of computer system. It consists of 7 separated but related layers, each of which define a part of process moving information across a network. So this in this topic we discuss the layer architecture and peer-to-peer process of the layer architecture. Here we need to note that ISO is the organization, International Standard Organization, but OSI is the model. So in this point, maybe we have a question that we have another TCP/IP model as well. Why we need the OSI model have to discuss? Actually, TCP/IP model is worldwide implemented, but here the OSI model is the reference model that come after the TCP/IP model. Later on in next video, we will discuss the reason, the lackness in the success of OSI model, and even though we will see that there is more set of protocols that defines the layers of operating systems. So here mention the 7 different layers of OSI model, in which first layer we say that physical layer, data link layer, then network layer, then transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. Here also one question need to arise. Some of the student may say that, which one is the first layer? So on that point, we need to make sure that where we stand, in the sender side or in the receiver side. If we are in the sender side, we see that firstly any information come to the application layer, then move to the next layers, and after that this information move to the receiver end. On the receiver end, firstly collected by the physical layer. So in receiver end we can say that the physical layer is the first layer, but on the other hand, with sender side we can say that application layer is the first layer. Moreover, I want to add that First three layer, application, presentation and session, are the software layer, and the network layer, data link layer and physical layer are set to as the hardware layers. In hardware layers we see that there is the number of switches or routers are used in these layers, and the heart of the OSI model is the transport layer. Sometimes we are forget that the name of all the 7 layers and the arrangement of the 7 layers of OSI model. So for that purpose, the one code that normally used for the student to remember all these layers is that all people seem to need data processing. Here you can see that the red color show that A for application, P for presentation, S for session, T for transport, N for network, D for data link layer, and P for physical layer. So it's easy way to remember that all people seems to need data processing. Okay. So here we see that one general example. I have to take one general example so that you all of you have easily understand the concept of the OSI model. Okay. Here with this example, we suppose that company A and company B. There is a company A and company B. So company in one country, maybe in Malaysia, have to need to send some document or to the another country which is here in the UK. So and so next we are also I want to also mention different names if we easily to understand. Say that A is, we suppose that the application layer, B is a person, any person, maybe you say that B for Bilal, and C is another person, maybe Kashif is the session layer. We actually give another name to the different people that are standing in different position. So currently I say this is the general example. That's why we need to give another name to each layer so that we understand that all these 7 person are standing in different position and receive any information and how they transfer to another person. What are the real role of each person? Okay. So for example, there is a 200 pages Italian document that need to transfer to another company in the UK. At first stage, application layer, they receive 200 pages document having in Italian language, but when he transferred to the presentation layer, in presentation layer actually the other company UK not native of Italian, so their native language is English. So in presentation layer, what he need to do that it translate these document into English in the presentation layer, and transfer all these 20 pages now converted to English document, transfer to the session layer. The purpose of the session layer is that to maintain the session to the management of session. So for example, we say that one person in company A or we say that Malaysian or Italian company have connection with the another person appear in the UK. So they what they do, they telephonically contact with each other and discuss that this document is very important, I am sending through urgent mail service. If kindly tomorrow, if you receive tomorrow morning, if you receive all these documents, then please inform me by using telephonic, so that I feel easy that my this important document received to the another end. Okay, so this is the purpose for the session layer. Then they send these 20 pages document to the transport layer. In transport layer, he thought that a person in the transport layer thought that maybe if I transfer these document having 200 pages, maybe between the transfer we have lost all the pages. So for that purpose, here the person D, what he can do that it make the segment of these 20 pages into 50 50 50. It divide into 4 different segments. So in the transport layer, the D person is standing. This person have divide the 20 pages 200 pages English document into 50 pages, different he make a different segments of these pages, and he transfer to the D is transfer this information to the X. So in X, what he can do that he receive the all 4 segments of 50 50 50 document, and he put into the envelope. And what he can do that he just put the sender or receiver address. Okay, normally we mention the when we send any envelope to another person, we have to mention that where to send and where the person that who need to receive this document. So in all these 54 different documents, we put the from to and from information, and pass this information to the Y, who is standing in the data link layer. So why what he can do that, why he see that all these envelopes are still open, you can see there, and the pages are appear inside. Maybe if your this document is private document, maybe you have a secret information inside it, so you need maybe in between the ways someone have to read this document. The why he can the Y person who is standing in data link layer, what he can do that he close this envelope, and when he close this envelope and chop the confidential. So with that, if anyone have to open this document, then definitely, and the receiver end he know that who someone have to review this document, but he close this document and stamp to all these envelopes. So when the Y stamped all these envelope as a confidential and passed to the physical layer, the responsibility of Z in the physical layer to send information to the other end. When the other end UK person have received this these envelope and pass to the data link layer. In data link layer, the person in the data link layer has checked that all the 4 envelope as are received, all are sealed. So what they can do, they forward to the network layer. In lateral layer, they see that okay, these 4 documents are coming, all are sealed. They open the seal and check that the receiver address, and according to the receiver address they have arranged these envelopes and forwarded to the transport layer. In transport layer, they open from the envelopes and one by one arrange all the envelopes. One envelope under document in the one envelope, then document on the second envelope, third and fourth, Accordingly, they have arranged the document in the transport layer. Then they forwarded these 200 pages document to the session layer. When the session layer, the person in the session layer have received this document and verify that, oh, this is the document the Malaysian or Italian person have sent unto me. He make a call to the Italian or Malaysian person and ask that, hey brother, I have received your 200 page document. So until that, he say that, okay, thank you. Until that, this session is completed. After that is up to the boss if he read this document or not read the document, but at least he have to receive the document. This is the purpose of the session layer. So we here in this slide we will see that in previous slide we have taken general example. I believe that most of you understand. If not understand, please read, please view this video again in the previous session. Okay, so here in this slide we see that we have mentioned all these layer, and with this layer and the person who are associated with this layer we also mention in this slide. And we will see that what happening in previous slide, in the previous example, what happening in first stage, maybe a application layer, someone have want to send 200 documents, so with any mechanism they have sent this document to the next layer. Then according to some mechanism or some protocols, based on that protocols they have to convert into English language. Similarly, we see that here in application layer there are a such number of protocols. Normally in application layer we see that we have application, for example we have a Chrome, an email server or any other thing. Okay, all these applications, but the purpose of application layer is not is that these are the application, but these application protocol that use to use this application. So these are the some protocols in the application layers, including HTTP. Maybe most of you know that hypertext transfer protocol, and if HTTPS, then hypertext transfer protocol secure. And similarly other is SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol, is also used for the electronic mail purpose. Okay, next is the FTP, which is the file transfer protocol, that is used to transfer file from one host to another host. Okay, similarly telnet is the terminal network, and SSH is the secure shell, are used for accessing a site remotely. So all these protocol used in the application layer, and the communication in the application layer is between two processes, two program running at this layer. To communicate, a process send a request to other process and receive a response. Okay, similarly in previous example we send this the 200 pages document to the presentation layer. What he can do the translate these documents, and after translating this document they have compressed this document, and after that encrypt this document. Okay, these are the purpose for the presentation layer. Here I briefly explained you the purpose, the role of each layer, because in our next videos we individually discuss all this layer in detail. Okay, the purpose of the session layer is that what he can do that he as per the previous example, after the translation of English language, the session layer is purpose is that to manage this session. Okay, so here is the similar, the purpose for the session layer is authentication, authorization and session management. Similarly, once the session is managed between the two entity, between the two devices in sender receiver end, then they pass the information or the document to the next layer is transport layer. The purpose here is, as per previous example, we see that the transport layer have divided these document into 4 different segments. So the purpose of transport layer, we also see that segmentation, flow control and the error control. The two important protocol that used in the transport layer is TCP and UDP. Also all these segments they have passed to the network layer. In network layer, in per previous example, we see that where they have mentioned the to and from address to the to that envelope. So here is also network layer. The purpose is that the logical addressing, routing and path determination. Okay, we have give the IP address of different different segment and pass to the another next layer. Okay, so in this layer we have used the protocol that are IP and DHCP, ICMP, etc. Okay, and the information convert in network layer in the form of packets. Okay, so the when we see that they have put the information into the envelope and mention the to and from address to the envelope, and they pass this envelope to the data link layer. In data link layer, we see that they have received these documents and they find that the envelopes are open. They have closed this document with gum or any other thing, and chop the confidential stamp on this envelope, so that they find that maybe between the way someone no one have to find the, no one have to stole this secret information. Okay, so here also the purpose of the data link layer is physical addressing, while we see in previous layer the network layer have purpose is the logical addressing. So in physical layer, physical addressing based on the MAC addresses of one device and the other device, and the information that are in the form of frames in the data link layer, while this information move to the another layer, physical layer. The purpose of this layer have to convert the bits into the form of signal, and this signal transfer through any transmission media and to the another end, to the receiver end. Okay, these are the briefly explanation for the 7 layer of OSI model. In this slide I want to give you an example for the interaction between the each layer. Here we can see that the peer-to-peer process of each layer, and in other words, in each layer having a different number of protocols that use in each layer, and based on this protocol all our devices are peer-to-peer process to the other end of the application, because if you have sent information from one place to another place, similarly he acknowledged that information, that again this acknowledgement received by this sender end. So these are the peer process. And another thing I want to tell, that if device 1 is connected with the device 2, between these two devices if we use 2 routers, okay, here are the 2 routers. If 2 routers, I want to mention you before that the hardware layers include network, data link layer and physical layer. Okay, if we use the router that are used in the network layer. If there is any switch between or between device and this router, then what happening, the switch are used in the data link layer. So based on this communication, two network devices communication, the intermediate node are two routers. So if two routers, then what happening, if the information any communication start like 200 documents and start this communication from this position to this way from top to bottom, and then and if we need to see that how many devices between these two devices, okay, how many different nodes are between two devices, okay. So here we have only two different node having routers, so that the physical layer send information to the data link layer, then network layer, then pass to the next node is also the router. That's why move to the network, and then it pass to the data link layer, then it pass to the physical layer, then physical layer pass to the another physical layer which are on the receiver end device, okay. So after that he will check that the envelopes as per previous example, and verify that all the envelopes are closed and chopped with any confidential stamp, and in network layer you check that address in network layer, it verify that the address of these packets and of the packets, and then based on this address they forward this document to the next layer, transport layer, where all these packets are in the form of different segments, and we combine the segment in the transport layer, forward the document to the session layer, okay, then physical and application. Similarly, if he receive the document, then similarly he receive the document, and maybe he want to correct some piece of document, then he return back, and similar process they are adopted to reach the document into the sender end. So that's why we can say that here is the peer-to-peer protocol that use in each layer. So similar protocol that used in application layer in the sender end, similar protocol used in the receiver end. This is the today lecture. If you people have enjoyed, please like and subscribe the channel for the further video. In next video we will discuss the detailed structure of OSI model. Thank you for watching this video.